Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. The grape harvester is ready because the grapes are ready. Morning in the month of September, things are looking pretty good. Grapes are the only thing that are ready so far. So I thought maybe corn could be ready, but that's not ready. The soybeans are not ready, so yep, just the grapes today. But work is still going on. Over here, nope, that's the wrong page. This is the page we want here. So the oat fields that we had harvested last episode, yep. That is, both are plowed, well, this one's stone picked, and this one is currently being stone picked by, probably Frank Jr. I don't know, he likes getting up kind of early. Probably Frank Jr., have no idea. I did go through all the production buildings and took care of the incoming, outgoing products here, so hopefully everything is where it needs to be. Our greenhouse is making soybeans, so we've been making some diesel fuel. And we're up to 20,000 liters of diesel. So may go ahead and venture that here later on. But the grapes are what I'm kind of curious about. I did look back at last year's harvest, and the first row we did was this row right here. And I got 400, what was it? I wrote it down here. 435 liters of grapes off this row. But this year, we did mulch, it is plowed, and we did just put down some manure. And yet the manure is gone, so it's soaked into the ground. So we were going to see here if our yield does improve. And last year overall, I think we had about just shy of 10,000 liters, somewhere around there. So let's go ahead and get to harvesting and see if we can improve our yield. So hopefully it's better than 435. If it's the same, then I don't know. I'll be like, why am I doing all this work? How are we doing here? Just barely at 200. It'll probably be like 15 liters more. I don't know, there's 300. Am I even going to get the same as I got last? Whoops, sorry, too busy watching the numbers on the bottom of the screen instead of where I'm driving with the harvester. Okay, so I mean, it's better, 435 to 472, but not a great increase of a harvest. Okay, I'm not sure what to think about that. I mean, it is better, almost 10% better, right? So maybe not quite 10%, but pretty close to it. So if we got 10,000 last year. But we got more grapes. 10,000 last year, 10% better means an extra 1,000 liters off the same crop we had last year. So overall, probably get like 20,000 liters of grapes. Not a whole lot difference, but it is a difference. Just not that great number increase that we want. So I mean, if you want to do a lot of grapes and do like a vineyard farm, you're going to have to put down a lot of vines to get a good amount of money. And to make it profitable, because, you know, this combine's not, I mean, it's not that expensive compared to the combines that you can harvest all the other crops. You know, you look at the Lexion, that's like 500 grand, so, you know, but you can see where I'm getting at. You're just not getting that much off it. Now, we are in precision farming, so I don't know, because I didn't do grapes without precision farming to know exactly how much yield we were getting off of grapes. But either way, we're doing grapes, and here we are. So, and we'll get the cereal production going here in a short while. I do have to go over and pick up the honey. I'm guessing we have enough honey to make the cereal that we need. And cereal doesn't actually bring in the, you know, it's not that bad. It's like 2,500 per 1,000. But compared to like what donuts can do and other products that we make, yeah, cereal is not the big money maker, but yeah, as you can see, I keep saying but. Yeah, I'm just not sure about this whole thing here. I was hoping for probably like 600 liters off that one row of vines, and didn't even get up to 500. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll harvest them and continue on what we've been doing. So I've been looking at a couple things for the sugar beets that we have. I did have a production building. I kind of forgot about the production building for sugar beets. we can put sugar beets into the production building, and the output will be cut sugar beet, stones, and slurry. So that's a kind of interesting thing to put down. I guess the stones, I suppose if you're taking a root crop like sugar beet, maybe they are putting stones in the output because maybe some pebbles and stuff like that will be stuck to the sugar beet. So when you process it, you're getting some stone, I suppose. That building is kind of expensive. It's like $160,000. Or I could do an auger wagon. I found a mod pack for auger wagons that do nothing but cut sugar beet. And what I might do is just lease the wagon, but even the smallest auger wagon, leasing it would cost me like $4 grand. But for the amount of sugar beets I got, it might be easier just to do it that way. As for the production building, putting that down and getting the stones and slurry and cut sugar beet out of it, yeah, I'm not sure about that production building too much. So I may just go ahead and do the auger wagon. I may buy it, but even buying it's not that cheap. But I think right now, leasing it is probably the way to go. Just because once I'm done with the sugar beet, I don't really need it for anything else because that's all it can do, is to cut sugar beet. But I would like to get that sugar beet processed and run to the BGA, because as we all know, the BGA does bring in the good amount of cash to this farm. But I did spend, like I said, about 5 or 10 minutes or so going through all my production buildings, putting stuff on distribute now and going on to the inputs and making sure things aren't taken in what I don't want to be taken in. The only interesting part was I did go to the fuel production building for diesel and ethanol, and I tried to get the cornmeal and the soybean meal. I put that on distribute because I thought it would distribute it right to the food production building, and it's not doing it there, which is kind of weird. I double checked and made sure everything was accepting everything, and I don't know, maybe I overlooked something, but nothing's being distributed there. That's not a big deal. We can just go ahead and put it back in the trailer and bring it on over. Our animals are all doing fine, but they do need to be taken care of. The cows, of course, are the ones that are going through most of their feed in the barn. And they kind of ran out of straw last night. Not that big of a deal. We just don't get the solid manure for the time that they had no straw. But everyone else is doing just fine, but they do need to be topped off and taken care of. Our wonderful horse, Annabelle, the one that we've been... I was like, whoa, I'm really taking off here all of a sudden. Our wonderful horse, Annabelle, the one we've been riding around on, yeah, she's down to 10%. So she was up to about 50%, but now she's back down to 10 because it's been, I guess, 4 days since we've last trotted her around the map a little bit. And here goes our first load into the trailer. Is anyone out there just doing an olive grove farm or a vineyard farm only? And if so, how's that coming along for you? I mean, as long as you're having fun, that's the main thing. Let's see, where did I don't know where we ended off. Oh, I can see what the grapes are now. They're down here a little bit further. And not actually being right behind the combine. Kind of hard to see where the row's going. Yeah, I'm just not sure about the whole grape thing for the yield that we're getting, just because it's really expensive to put the grapes down to begin with. But at least the equipment that you need. So I mean, the tractors, you know, are kind of on the cheap side because you only need small equipment and small tractors. So that's on the cheap side. The harvester itself, I mean, it's not that bad. This is like was it 260 or 280,000 for the harvester? So it's not too bad. but just that the yield and what you got to do. And then, of course, you are going to want the production building, I would think, to get more money from the product itself. So either making grape juice or raisins. It's one of those productions, I think, in the long haul, if you're on the map for a long time, it will make you money. But it does make me sit back and think of, like, okay, when I play FS22 after this map, am I going to be doing grapes or anything like that? I don't know. But the good thing is, though, we are harvesting our grapes. We already got one load in. We did increase our yield by, looks like about 10%. And we got more vines this year, so I'm hoping for about 20,000 liters. Yeah, let's go with about 20,000 liters, and hopefully we get more than that. I'm trying to go under what I think I'm going to get, so if it goes over, I'll make myself feel a little bit happier about it. Let's shoot for 20,000 liters of grapes. Also, I have learned recently that grape harvesting is a long process. I think about 20 minutes since I last spoke to you, and still not done with the first vineyard. I think I'll do the rest of the vineyard the next episode. Maybe do some of it in between episodes and finish off the grape harvest then. So I do want to get to other things here today. And if I continue just grape harvesting, it's going to take me probably another half an hour, 40 minutes in real time to get that done. I really don't know what the yield is so far. I've just been dumping grapes in there. When I get semi-full, when I'm up at the top, and I just go dump it off, so it's not like full loads from the harvester I've been putting in there. I do find the easiest way for me to harvest the grapes anyways is to do it like this, looking back at the harvester. And that way you can easily see it being fed into the harvester, and you don't keep running into the post. At least I don't anyways. But it is a kind of interesting machine of how it knocks the grapes off the vine. And then I guess it takes all the grapes off. After that, I have no idea. Never really seen one of these in person or anything. But I am thinking next season, which would be a ways off, is instead of just putting the manure on the ground like we did this year, I think we'll get the sprayer that sprays the liquid fertilizer on that we used on Elm Creek, and see if that makes a difference in the yield. Is that tree too much in my way here? I may have to say goodbye to that tree unless I can sneak around it here. Yep, that tree is kind of in my way here. Nope, we got it. We got it. Yeah, so maybe next year we'll try spraying. I'll probably lease the sprayer because I don't know if it's going to add any fertilization to it. Because precision farming says we're way over the nitrogen level anyways, so it may not spray anything on it. I don't know. But we'll try it next season. We'll take a gamble, we'll lease it, and try to spray some liquid fertilizer on the vine, see if it takes any more, and we'll see if that increases our yield. Oh, I didn't finish the row. I got to come back. Yeah, I am terrible at driving on the vines anyways. There we go. I'll come back and get my 20 liters of grapes I got left. But 20 liters is 20 liters. Is Frank Jr. still picking up stones in that field? I haven't been paying attention. I don't see my money dipping down at all, so he must be finished. It actually looks like I almost got a full trailer here, so I may not be able to even dump this load in here. I don't even remember how many liters this trailer holds, but it holds what holds. I'm gonna say like 28,000 liters maybe is what it holds. Well, that is a full trailer right there. I'm not going to bring the trailer over now, just because when I finish up the harvest next episode, I want to see, at least I'll remember how many liters I put into the building. So I'm going to leave that there as a reminder what we got for yield this year. I know you might just say, well, you can just always look at the production building, then you'll know, but there are grapes in the production building, I do believe. Alright, that is all the grapes that we have, at least from this vineyard here. Oh yeah, this tree. Can I get around this tree? Alright, you know what? This tree's going. Let's see here. Delete objects on. No, I don't want to climb the tree. We just want to delete the tree. There we go. Problem solved. So 398 liters of grapes in the harvester. So we can just say 400. And okay, this trailer only holds 14,500. Is that like the big? Was that the biggest one that we got? Let's see. Where is grape technology? There we go. That is the biggest one that they have. 14,500 liters. All right. And even that trailer is almost 50 grand just for that trailer there. Oh well. Like I said, an expensive project for sure. I don't see where the nitrogen level dropped at all that we had before. So what I was talking about next season, if I go, probably easier if I go to here and we go to grapes. Yep, this is what we're probably going to be leasing. And we'll spray liquid fertilizer on the grapes next year with this. If it takes it, I don't know. Let's see, it probably won't be too much to lease. Yeah, it's only 1,500. So we'll give it a whirl next season and see if our yield increases then. But for now, we're going to jump up to the cow farm and jump into our Kubota. Where is the Kubota? You're there somewhere. There you are. I think I left this here last night. Forgot to put it away, so we'll top off the cows with some TMR. First off, they definitely need some water. There should be water in the tanker. How much milk? I wonder how much milk we got. That needs to be brought around. I also think our sawmills need to be taken care of as well. Meaning they got too much wood chips sitting around. So I'll have to go pick those up and bring those over to the biomass heating plant. Let's take a run over here and see how much milk we got. I should be able to see it, I think, right? Yeah, so not that bad. 11,000 liters of milk. We got 56,000 liters of slurry to be processed. But some of that needs to be brought over to our seed production building. So we can keep on making some more seed. But the rest can go on down to the bio VGA to be processed in energy. So the VGA is going to be rather busy with slurry. Maybe some manure I got to bring on down. Sugar beets. We're going to have corn silage here in a little bit. It's going to be busy next couple months for the BGA. And pretty soon this TMR building that we're getting it from now will be gone. And we'll be getting it from the other building, which will store a lot more. And I won't have to keep on feeding it, which, you know, hasn't been too bad. But if I can cut back my work a little bit in some areas here and there because work is picking up in other places, every little bit will help. How far we have come in 140 episodes. When I first started, I was, you know, doing a little bit of work here. And it's like, I got to skip a couple months because I got no work to do. Are you guys going to take it all? Or I should say, are you gals going to take it all? No, not quite. Alright, I'll top this off and then we'll leave it right there. We'll get our bale shredder, which is right there. And give them some straw. We'll drop that off. Do I have any straw in here? Actually, we got 5,000 liters. I know 5,000 liters is not going to be enough. We'll take this 5,000 liters plus a whole nother bale, and I'll get them kind of close to being topped off. And then we'll go top off the sheep with some hay. We'll be taking the hay bales instead of the hay that's in the dryer production. Grab those hay bales right over there. Okay, let's drop that off there. Let's go grab one straw bale. Let's see if this wants to get dropped in today. Yeah, that went, that's like the easiest one I've had this fall in. I was kind of hoping for this month, at least the soybeans would be ready as well, just so I can get the diesel production going, but I think we're going to buy ourselves a tanker here very soon, because you can see the Kubota could use some diesel. I do got some other tractors that could use some diesels. So while this is topping off here, let's go ahead and buy that now. So I was thinking about buying the Thunder. Is it Thunderer or Thunder? Thunder Creek equipment. This tanker right here, it is almost 30 grand. But it doesn't even hold 4,000 liters. And then I thought, well, if I want to do something like that, let me go ahead and might as well buy this one right here. It's cheaper by 4 grand, and it holds 8,000 liters. And not only that, it does hold, I can do ethanol in here if I wanted to, but this is just going to be my diesel tanker for topping off our tractors. Main color, do I just want to go black or stainless steel? I think I'm just going to leave it stainless steel. I don't think I want a black tanker holding my fuel, because sitting out in the sun, as it gets hotter, you know, I don't know. Let's go ahead and buy that. That way I can gas up or fuel up my tractors. But I'll probably go ahead and sell some diesel fuel and see how much money we actually get for 8,000 liters. That'd be kind of interesting to do. Let me back this all the way up here. I'll top off the cows with straw later on, unless they're almost perfectly near the top. But before I forget, I need to top them off with water. I hope this is full. Usually I go fill it up and bring it back here. That way it's got water here. But sometimes when I'm in a hurry in between episodes, I kind of forget. We all know that. Does it have water or not? No, it's got water in it. Here, the cows are fine. At least for the rest of the day. They're going to take all that water. Now see, I'm going to leave that tanker there. Hopefully I don't forget. And I'll come back when this tanker should be full of water. No, I'm like, nope, guess not. Okay, let's hook up to our weight. Now I'll grab some hay bales and go top off our sheep. With the weight on the back, should not have any problem with that hay on there. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I moved the sheep pen over here. Originally it was over by the main farm. I used to have to transport hay to over there, make sure I had enough in storage. Now we can just store all kind of in one place. And all of our animals are over here, except for the horses. They're not too far, and of course the chickens. Watch, I gotta take care of the wool every once in a while over here. So you guys will get 2 bales. Alright, didn't even take Well, it may have taken one full one, but it took it evenly from each bale. I'm pretty sure they'll go through that pretty darn quick, because it seems like they're starting to. Now we got one more sheep pasture to take care of. Yeah, this Kubota is getting the hours on it. Almost at 5 hours. It's a lot of work for a tractor. I just got to shuttle around some things and take care of the cows and animals. But I did use it quite a bit on the vineyard for mulching and plowing. Oh yes, I kind of forgot. I'm starting to see some of the, in September, some of the trees are starting to turn color, which is great, unless I get the flickering problem. So we'll see how that goes this season. There we go. The sheep are now taken care of. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to grab the Deutz-Fahr, which actually has the grapes on it. I'll drop the trailer off and we'll go to the store, pick up our new tanker. We'll go to our diesel production. We'll fill up the tanker and then go sell 8,000 liters of diesel and see how much money that actually brings in today. Got our lovely little tanker here, but I kind of forgot it's articulated, so me backing this up somewhere, that could be a challenge. I did just double check though the price of diesel, because I couldn't remember if it was diesel that had a big price fluctuation or ethanol. It's actually the ethanol. So the diesel price doesn't really fluctuate too much, so we'll go ahead and sell that. It's going for like about $12.60 something. So 8,000 liters of diesel is probably going to give me somewhere around 10 grand. Let's make sure this all works. I think this is... yeah, this is diesel right here. Am I in the trigger? Yes, we are. Well, that fills up rather fast, so I do like that part of it. Now, the only place we're going to sell our ethanol and diesel is up at the shop. I could sell it at the No Man Land shop. That's my other option, but we kind of got to deal with the store to bring it on down there. So this tanker here will only be for topping off our equipment. I will buy a bigger tanker, especially once we get the process really going. I will have a tanker for diesel and one tanker for ethanol. Don't want to mix up those two. So a couple more tankers need to be purchased. Probably along with another big shed, because the big shed we put down is it's kind of full-ish. I mean, I could really cram stuff in there, but then that means every time I want to grab something out of there, I may have to move some stuff around to get it out. I don't have no problem spending the money on more tankers and whatnot, because like I said a little bit earlier in the episode, with all the stuff we're going to be bringing down to the BGA in the next month or so, we're going to be getting a whole bunch of cash. So yeah, this should bring us in about 10 grand. And at least it unloads at a good rate. Okay, so maybe a little bit more than 10 grand. So 10,113 for the fuel and 1453 because of our environmental score. So that's not too bad just for 8,000 liters. And with our greenhouse making soybeans constantly, we're going to get slow production of diesel as we go along. But we are going to have a harvest of soybeans here, I don't know, October. I don't know when soybeans will be harvested in 22. I don't have that calendar done in my head just yet still. I'm getting there. I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to learn when planting season is. Which does remind me, I do have to plant our wheat field this month. I try to get it planted earlier so that way next season it'll be ready for harvest the first month it's able to be harvested. which gives me some time to flip it over and get it ready like I did this year. All right, I'm going to go top this tanker off because, as we saw, our Kubota needs some fuel, and I know there's another tractor I got that's kind of low on some diesel as well. But the next step is to grab the Mack Anthem. I need to grab the Crone trailer, and I need to go grab the honey to bring it on down to right here, the cereal production building. Get that ready for some making some cereal. That'll be after, of course, we bring the grapes over, probably next episode. Well, let me top off this tank, and I'll see you, and we'll go over and grab a whole bunch of honey. Well, a small part of me thought this could be an issue, and it is. You cannot fuel up your tractor from this tanker. So that kind of sucks. At first I was like, okay, maybe the Deutz-Fahrer has to be on to unload the tanker, even though it's not really doing anything. But yeah, you cannot fuel up your tractor from this tanker. So I'll probably go down and sell the diesel fuel that's in it, and then just sell the tanker right back. I'll probably get most of my money back because it doesn't have many hours on it. And I'll probably, well, I don't say probably, I'll be buying the Thunderer. I keep saying Thunderer. It's just the Thunder Creek. And, tanks transport. It says transports. Does it say, can I fuel up from that, though? Or am I going to have to buy a storage tanker to actually fuel up from? I may actually look into that before I just keep going spending money here and there. I'll figure that out in between episodes. In the meantime, I will go up and meet you, like I said, to grab some honey. And we'll bring that on down to the production building. So I got to grab my Crone trailer, which should be in the shed. And I'll see you in just a second. Well, how many liters of honey do you reckon we have? I'm hoping at least 20,000 liters because I need the same amount of honey as I do for raisins, so I'm hoping we got that much. If not, then me trying to get more raisins doesn't really matter too much. And right now I'm at 15,000 liters of honey, so hoping for a lot of grapes won't matter too much because I will be short on the honey, which I didn't think that could be a problem because, yes, we got just under 17,000 liters. I figure with more beehives that we put down now, they were the small ones. I mean, if I need to make more honey, we can always put down bigger beehives. Not that big of a problem. Alright, but we do have 16,654 liters of honey. So let's go drop that into the cereal production building. And I'll be waiting for the raisins. So we should also have enough corn and oatmeal in here to make cereal. Not that I have more oatmeal to put in here because we put all the oatmeal into the pig food production. And of course all the corn, I would like to get that mostly into the diesel production. And also for making some pig food as well. But at least the honey has been transferred over. So now we're just waiting for the grapes to be processed to raisins. And then of course the raisins will be distributed over to the cereal production building. And we'll start making some cereal. But yeah, I gotta do the whole diesel tanker thing. Gotta return that. Because that's not working as I was hoping it would. That's fine though. If we have to get the Thunder, it just says though on the Thunder it transports liquids. It doesn't say this will fuel up your tractors. I believe it will because I have seen that, and I know the Thunder is something that real farmers use to transport around to top off their equipment as well. So yeah, we'll get that. At least I'll try it before I actually buy it again. That's right, I got to take care of the wood chips around here. The sawmills are getting pretty well full of wood chips, so we got to go ahead and sell those. But we do, I know, even though we only got the grapes to harvest this month, we still got plenty of work to do. We got to finish up the grape harvest first of all. We got to plant the wheat, and we got to probably sell some of these wood chips. And then, yeah, we got just a couple more things to take care of, and then we'll move on to the month of October. But first things first, got to get those grapes harvested. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.